Port Hedland's a really challenging place to work. You've got large tides, it's one of the busiest and most important ports in Australia. And you've also got crocodiles, sharks, and a lot of other organisms that are in the water. This project aims to look at the biodiversity associated with the Port Hedland harbour and the natural habitat surrounding it. Marine environmental monitoring is really challenging because a lot of the techniques that we have are focused on small groups, for example fish or corals, and don't actually do the whole of the ecosystem. With environmental DNA, we can do that whole ecosystem. Environmental DNA is one way that we can actually sample the biodiversity and also look at invasive species that might be associated with the harbour. At this stage, we're still processing data, but our initial look suggests that the man-made structures that are associated with the port provide a unique habitat that will increase the overall biodiversity within the harbour in comparison to the natural habitats. We also suspect that there is no invasive marine species in the harbour, which is incredible when you consider the amount of shipping coming in and out of the port. Also, the ecosystem looked incredibly healthy despite being one of the busiest ports in Australia. I think the research will help in the future as it will set an eDNA baseline for both the harbour and also some of the local natural habitats, and particularly the mangrove systems, which haven't really been studied before. We were really lucky that we secured a lot of support from the Pilbara ports, and particularly the environmental team in Port Hedland, and also the aquatic biosecurity team at the Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development. The general public is really interested in environmental impacts associated with industry. And we think that Port Hedland is one of the most busy places in Australia, is somewhere where you would detect that sort of impact if there was any. The general public was really interested in seeing what we were doing and why when we were up there, and we're really looking forward to reporting some of the results back in community forums.